Okay, guys, hello, welcome. I welcome you guys on behalf of Team Ryan for this session on buying a new home or first time home buyer program. And if you have any questions in this presentation, you can always write down in the Q&A box, and I would try to address all your questions if you have any. But I would design this presentation such a way I don't think you would have any questions. And of course, we have this website which you can always refer and see, and you can find all whatever information I'm giving you, all the information you can find on our website also. Okay, so buying a home and being a first time home buyer. So I would categorize all this process to some steps. So step number one, make sure they're ready to buy, because people take a lot of time to make a decision that they want to buy a house. So it take a lot of courage, because this is an investment which you don't do every day. This you do maybe once in a lifetime, two, three, four times in a time life. So this is very critical thing. So for that, actually, it means like your account is ready. Do you have enough down payment? Your credit is good. You need to check that also. Mentally, are you ready to buy? Are you ready to pay mortgage of for next 25, 30 years, whatever? And is it the best time to buy? It is a good time or to buy or not? So all this thing, you should be mentally prepared for all this. And if you want to get access to all this, you can go to our website ryan.ca. So this website is exclusively made for pre-construction. So this website is made for pre-construction, and uh, we have all the exclusive pre-construction listings here on this website. If you go to menu and if you go to buyer tool, so buyer tool, when you go to buying tips, so whatever I'm showing this presentation, everything you will find here, 12-step guide. So this 12-step guide is here also. Second point is how much you can afford. So you need to understand how much you can afford. You need to understand there would be some other cost than down payment. There would be legal fees, there would be inspection costs, there would be taxes, there would be land transfer tax. So we have a tool on our website. From there you can see how much you can afford, how much mortgage you can get, how much bank will lend you. So we have a tool where you can calculate, but that you can take the expert of a mortgage agent, or you can take the expert of a real estate agent to understand this more. So there are two things, GDS and TDS. GDS is a gross debt service, TDS is total debt service. So how much total debt you can pay, so that should not exceed 32%. So house debt should not exceed 32% of your gross monthly income, and total debt including your car, your credit card, everything should not exceed 40%. So this is a basic formula. And based on this formula, let me just try to show you. So when you go to ryan.ca, when you go to buyer tool, you can see a tool called calculators. I will discuss this more in presentation. So when is go to calculator, you can always see mortgage affordability calculator. So you could see how much mortgage you could afford. So to see how much mortgage you could afford, so you could put your annual income. Say for example, your annual income is 500,000, so 50,000 a year. Your spouse annual income is say 60,000 a year. So how much property tax you are expecting? So we can calculate ourselves based on property value, but let's put it like, for example, if you're buying a property, you should know what is the property tax, what is the condo fee, what is the heat cost. If you don't put it, we can estimate it for you. If you have any car loan, say for example, you are paying $300 per month is car, and if there is any other mortgage, then you can put. But credit card, if there is a monthly payment has to done, then it's different. If you are paying regularly on time, then you need not to put. Now if you want to see how much you can afford, you can just click here. So it will tell you can afford a home of 685,000, provided you put 20% down. For 30-year amortization, rate of interest 1.54, all these things. But if you have less down payment, let's say you have down payment of uh, so we will go in this tool actually in more detail, just to give an idea. This is how you can calculate. So next thing is decide what you want to buy. This is also very important. So you need to understand you are looking for a town. You're buying in a urban town, you're urban suburban, you're small city, big city, rural. Which area you want to buy? You want to buy a detached home, semi-detached, duplex, triplex, uh, townhouse, condo, all these things, you should know what exactly you want to buy, and you can take the help of your real estate agent. They could tell you about all this different type of options, and you can do a comparison. Some people are happy in condos, some people are happy in townhouse, some people want single with large backyard and all these things. So that's what you can go. The next step would be what you want a brand new property or you want a resale. So resale is something, you're buying a property which somebody has owned for some years and you're going to live in that. Or a brand new is, of course, you buy brand new from the builder, and brand new is always expensive. Just keep in mind, resale might be cheaper, but brand new would be expensive. So just keep in mind. Uh, and next step would be find a right realtor for you. This is very important because in real estate here we have two different agencies. One agency, like one agent who they represent the seller, and you also need somebody to represent, like who should represent you, because you are a first time home buyer, you don't have much experience, so you don't know how the negotiation process work, how you don't know how finding a property work, you don't know how a lot of things you will learn during the process. So you need to hire agent, and you're not paying any fees for the agent because this fees is paid by the listing or the seller. So the buyer agent services are most normally free. So you're not paying any fees, you're not paying anything, and you're getting for servicing free of course. But then you should always hire a agent, and try to work with an agent. There is a dual agency sometime. One agent can represent both buyer and seller, so that also is possible sometime, but mostly it is uh, one agent represented by one salesperson. So one buyer is represented by one agent and the seller represented by the other agent. Okay, so sometime you could do buyer and seller with the same realtor. That's also possible. So selecting realtor. So what realtor would help you? So realtor will help you all the questions about the market and help you to compare homes and neighborhood. Use the MLS. Now, what is this MLS? So MLS is a system where all the boards like Toronto Real Estate Board, Mississauga Real Estate Board, whatever boards are there, those who put the listing, they will come on MLS, and you will get access to those listings. Then this is a single most powerful tool to buy a home because you have access to all over the inventory. Then you could see the properties in detail. You can see their square footage, you can see bedrooms, all the things, size and everything, photos, walkthroughs, videos of this property. So you get all the detail on MLS, and then agent make appointment and walk through to the property, because you cannot go yourself alone to any property. You need to have an agent because they are insured. So that's what you require, a real estate agent to accompany with you, and they give you minute to minute update on financing and explain you the mortgage option, negotiate with seller, and they try to negotiate with seller on price and other terms, and they'll give you a they make a contract for you, and they submit that offer to the listing agent or the seller. So also I would suggest stick with the realtor, because I know there are many people who say that we will not sign a BRA, buyer representation agreement. Trust me, then the other agent also will not give you that time, because they know you can work with anybody, and they also have a lot of people to work. So it I would suggest find a realtor, interview with some realtors, then you sign a BRA, because then the person is serious. The person understand that you are serious, and they also give you ample time that they show you a lot of homes. You cannot expect call one day one agent and show me 5 homes, and next day call another 5 agent. You could do that, but trust me, till the time you don't put an offer, they will not take you seriously. So, and once you put an offer anyway, you need to sign BRA. So before, why don't you sign before? So, and another thing, you can sign BRA only for the property they have shown you. So some people think they get bound by the BRA. So there is an option, you can sign a BRA for the property. Suppose you want to see some property, you can sign a BRA only for that property. Okay. Okay. So then you need to see yourself also. You can go to so all these things, then you shortlist a home, then you visit a lot of homes, and then or certain times you need to sell your home also along with buying. So either way is fine. Some people sell their home first, then they buy, and some people they buy home then they sell. So either way, this is fine. So the agent you're hiring, they should help you to sell your home also. Then you should have a good lawyer also. So if you don't have a lawyer, you talk to your registered agent, because lawyer would help you for your title insurance. We'll discuss what is that, and then you make an offer. So offer has one buyer, one seller, purchase price, deposit. This is the amount that go to a trust account and not paid to the seller yet. And this goes to the seller on the day of closing. Then So there are clauses particular to the agreement. There could be assignment clause, there could be uh, what do you call, depending upon the transaction, there are two conditions which are very generous, very generic, which are financing and inspection, and there could be other conditions depending upon the situation, depending upon the property, and whether the chattels are included in purchase price, they're excluded. All this thing you need to put an irrevocability, like you put an offer, by what time the seller has to respond back. So that's what, irrevocability would be there. Then there is a completion date, so it could be 30, 60 days. So all these are the steps basically. And then, offer, the your realtor make an offer. Sometimes you make a firm offer also. Firm offer means there is no finance condition, no inspection, and you just buy it. So that depends actually. When you're in multiple offer situation, then you might have to put firm offer. Firm offer I don't recommend. I always recommend to put 1 day inspection condition, at least, if you're sure on financing, if you get your pre-approval done. So as a team, Ryan, we help you to get your pre-approval done also. So with your team, we help you. But I would not suggest you to go for firm offer. But sometimes it requires. So we might have to go to firm offer also. Then acceptance of the offer. Um, then if the seller accept the offer, or the seller might give you counter back. Counter offer could be anything. They could change anything and give a counter. Then you can accept it. So this is a back and forth process. So your realtor should guide you on all this process. And then you submit the offer. And once offer is done, the seller is accept the offer, or if they reject the offer, or they could give a sign back or give a counter offer. So either way is possible. Then once offer is accepted, then you next time is the arrange the mortgage. So then you can hire a mortgage agent. You can go directly to the bank or whatever you want. So mortgage agent are the people who help you to, understand your financial situation. They present your case to the bank. They present your case sometime better way in the bank, so that the bank give you finance easily. But you can go directly to the bank also. That's also fine. But depending upon the situation, your situation, uh, depends actually how it work around. Then mortgage terminology, there could be three terms which you'll hear: term, amortization, and interest rate. So interest is the rate of interest, like 2%, 2.5%, 1.5%. That's the you're paying. Amortization is the total number of years you get the mortgage for, 25 years, 30 year, or whatever. Or mortgage term would be, so term is the term for which you have a kind of fix. So for example, you get a mortgage at 1.59 and they give you a term of 5 years. So for next 5 year, your mortgage rate of interest is fixed. And after 5 year, based on the market situation, or the bank might change the term. So term could, longer the term, better it is, because there's no surprises. So if you think the market rate of interest are cheap, like right now it's just 1.59. So try to get a longer term, as long as possible. So depending upon situation actually. So you work, and you can talk to a mortgage agent on this, and they could guide you better. So down payment could be 5%, 10%, 15%, 20%. So 20% down payment, there is no CMSC fee. We'll discuss about that. What is CMSC fee? And you can take out your RSP also if you're a first time home buyer. So you can withdraw up to 20,000 RPs without paying any tax. So suppose you have some money saved in RSP, you can take it out, and your wife also is eligible. Then 40,000 you can take out, and 40,000 you can pay back in next 15 years time. So there is no, you know tax liability. So you could lock a rate of interest for you, like when you get a mortgage letter. So once you apply a mortgage, then you need to give employment letter, you need to give your assets, liability, social insurance number, all these things. So by which, bank, they apply your mortgage. And then you need to understand few more things. Sometimes the appraisal fees you might have to pay. Mostly it's paid by bank, but sometimes you might have to pay mortgage broker fee. You have to pay sometime. Land survey, if you need a land survey. Home inspection you need to pay. Home insurance you need to pay. Home insurance is maybe could be from $70 to $200. Fire insurance you might have to pay sometime. You need to pay sale tax on mortgage insurance on, like you get CMS insurance, then you're paying 13% HST on that. Then there is a title insurance you need to pay. Then there's a legal fees you need to pay to the lawyer. So all these fees, just keep in mind that this could go up to 2% of the property value, or 2.5% of the property value. And then you are paying land transfer tax. So this, I will discuss all this thing with you in detail, how much all this you're gonna pay. But just to give an idea, these are the cost you might pay, and this all you can uh, get an estimate on our website. I'll show you how. Then you find a home inspector. The home inspector, they tell you about what is good in the home, what is not good. If there is a major problem, then you can discuss with the seller and get a rebate for the fixing it, or else you could turn down the offer. So that's the thing. And then you make the close the deal. Once you close the deal, then there would be, you know, Of course, these are the checklist for the closing a deal, which lawyer will take care, and that on the day of closing you get the key, and then you move in, of course, with moving company and everything. So this is, all the basic detail. You can go to our website, those who joined late, so you can go to our website and you can go to uh, buyer tool. In buyer tool you can go to buying tips. In buying tips, so we are discussing the first one, 12 tips to buy a home. So all the details are listed here, you can go there. Same is in my presentation. So that's what it is. The next is land transfer tax. Now, what is land transfer tax? When you close a deal, then you're paying a land transfer tax, and then land transfer tax in Ontario depend upon, on the purchase price. So up to 55,000 is 0.5%, 55,000 to 250 is 1%, and then 250 to 400 is 1.5%, and then 400% is 2%. So just you can calculate your land transfer tax. Okay. So there are certain questions coming up, and if you want to ask more question, you can ask your questions in question box. Okay, so this is about land transfer tax actually. We have a land transfer tax calculator also. I'll show you that how it works. So there are certain government program for home buyers, which I would suggest have a look on all this program. So there are program like CMSC Purchase Plus Improvement, RSP as I discussed already, 5% down payment program, HST new house rebate, land transfer, first time buyer incentive, first time buyer credit. So have a look on all these programs. I will not go in much detail now because we don't have much time, but just to give an idea, this government just to when you want to see this program, so you can always go back to our website. So all this government program for home buyers, you can click here. So to go there, you need to buy tool, buying tips, and then home buyer program. So what are these programs? So these are mostly the CMSC Purchase Plus program is for the program when you buy a home and want to do some upgrade. RSP we have already discussed. You can take out 20,000 from RSP. As a couple, you can now it's 25,000 now. 25,000 each, so 50,000. So you can pay back this in 15 years time. So this is about this program. So you can pay 15. You can go through. Then 5% down payment program. So you can pay 5% down, and there is a mortgage insurance you need to pay. So how much insurance you need to pay? I will show you in mortgage calculator. So you can pay 5, 10, 15. So less than 20% down when you are paying, the CMS is charging an insurance fee to insure your mortgage, and so that's called CMS 5% down program. I'll discuss about that. Then HST new house rebate. So when you buy a new house, then government give you HST for the first time home buyer, HST rebate. So or for investor also this is there. So if the purchase price is less than 350,000, you get 24,000 rebate. If it is less than 350, then you get 30,000 rebate. So all these formulas are there. But builder, whenever you buy, builder already incorporated that in the purchase price. Then your land transfer tax rebate. So when you're first time home buyer, you get 4,000 and land transfer tax rebate. So maximum refund is 3 or 4,000. Okay, so this refund is you can take, lawyer can apply for this refund. And then you have first time home buyer incentive. So this home incentive it was launched last year. So in this program, what happens for a resale home, the CMSC will contribute 5% as equity. So what happens? You pay 15%, CMSC pay 5%, so total become 20%. So you're not paying any CMSC insurance for that, but you are getting benefit as equity. So what happens? CMSC buy as equity, they become the part, like they put the down payment actually, and later when you sell the home they get it back, so they put as a second mortgage or something. And builder home you can go up to 10% in CMSC. So 10% you put, 10% CMSC puts. So all these arrangements are there. So for example, she want to buy a home of 4,000, you put a down payment 2,000, 20,000. So when they sell the property, they give it back to the government. So this is a CMSC new program. So you can have a look on this program also. So these are the various programs for the first time home buyers, which you should look into. And then of course there is a checklist, title insurance. Now what is a title insurance? I would discuss briefly about that. So title insurance, when you buy a property, sometimes this property is bought so many times, then there could be some lien or something on the property left. So basically you buy a title insurance so that this covers anything and everything related to title. So you get a clear title. If there is something wrong with that title, then the insurance cover that. So always you should take title insurance, and lawyer anyway buy the title insurance for you, and it costs somewhere between 300, 400 or 600 depending upon the purchase price. the title insurance cost varies. Now when then we go to the calculators. As we discussed, we have various calculators. So mortgage affordability, mortgage loan calculator, and if you want to see all these calculators, you can go to our website again, go to buyer tool, and then you go to the calculators. So when you go to calculators, so there is a land transfer tax calculator. Let's see that. For land transfer tax calculator, if I add say purchase price of 600,000 and location is say for example Brampton. So my land transfer tax is 8474. Now if the location is Toronto, because Toronto the land transfer tax is double, so it's 16,000. So that's how you can calculate land transfer tax. Second, if I want to see the mortgage loan calculator, suppose so this is very good tool. So suppose you get a purchase price of asking price is suppose say for example a property is 7,000. So you can go for 5% down. So 5% down is up to 5,000 is 5%, and more than 5,000 is 10%. So it will be effectively 6.43 down, 10% down, 15% down, 20%. There are 4 scenarios, and you can change the scenarios manually. So here the down payment. This is the mortgage insurance fees. So you could see this mortgage insurance fees is different. In 20% zero, and then amortization. So here the amortization will be 25-year maximum, and here it could be 30 years. And rate of interest, let's assume it to be 1.79 in all cases. And then the mortgage for 5% down case would be to 2,800. Here the mortgage would be 2,600. Here the mortgage would be 2,500. Here the mortgage would be 2,000. So you can see, and the location is suppose any location less Mississauga. So you are a first-time home buyer. If you take this, you get rebate on the land transfer tax. Then how much cash is needed? So in 5% case, you need 55,000. And this is the extra cost: appraisal fee, home inspection fee, lawyer fee we have added, title insurance we have added. In case of 10% down, you have to pay this much. In case of 15% down, you have to pay this much. In case of 20% down, you have to pay this much. All these fees are calculated. Monthly expenses, how much monthly you are going to pay, taxes, utilities, and everything. So you know how much you're going to pay. In case of 20% down, in case of 5% down, how much you're going to pay. So interest rate risk. If the rate of interest changes to more, what kind of risk you have? So for example, if the interest rate changes to 1.79 to 3.89, how much mortgage you will be paying? So you can get a idea of that. So how much was the rate of interest, how much the rate of interest changed, so you get an idea of that. Then amortization schedule. Now amortization schedule tell you how much principal you are paying, how interest you are paying. In 2021 you are paying this much principal, this much interest. 22 you are paying this much principal, this much interest, and so on. So you get an idea how much principal and interest are. So initially you pay more principal, more interest. Later you pay less interest because as your mortgage reduces, the interest reduces. This is considering term. So this is 5-year term. After 5 year, this term might be different. Rate of interest might be different. So this numbers might look different. Okay. All these things are there. So that's how you can calculate. And if you go for renewal or refinance, then again the same things come. So these are very good tools. You can use it on our website and you can get a fair idea. And as we discussed, mortgage affordability calculator, so you can put your income, down payments, and it can tell you how much you can afford. So for example, let's go back again. Like if your income is 50,000, 60,000, property tax, let's put it itself, and this is the house you can afford. So you can make your own calculation. You can see how much cash is needed, how much monthly expenses, all these things you can check around. So these are good tools. Have a look on those. Buyer tool and go to the calculator. So try to use all these tools. This will then CMSC insurance premium. How much premium of CMSC will come? This is very simple. Like if the asking price is 600,000, and if you're going for 5% down on 25-year amortization, so you are paying 22,000 insurance, 16,000 insurance, 14,000 insurance, zero insurance. So it will tell you how much CMSC premium you are paying when you're going for down payment. There's another way you can go for second mortgage also. So like if you have 10% down in this case, and then you can go for 10% second mortgage, which might be little expensive, would be at the rate of maybe 12% or whatever, but still that might be lower than the CMSC fees actually. Okay, one more question. Okay, I'll try to address all these questions once we get over, and we are going over in next, I think, maximum 5 to 7 minutes. Then I take all the questions. Okay, so now about our team. We are a team of 15 realtors working with Remax Realty Specialist, and this is our team. So we have two websites. One website is teamrine.com. This website is for all business, commercial, and residential listings. Then we have another website, ryan.ca. So this website for all the pre-construction and around GTA and all the tools you can see on this website only. So when you want to access our tools, all tools you will access at ryan.ca. And this website is mostly for the commercial, and I will show you. Okay, so this is our team, and why Team Ryan? So we are team experienced realtor working with Remax. So we are international brand, and we get a lot of training, a lot of stuff on how to help our buyers to make buy real estate. So we work exclusively in buying and selling residential properties. We do, of course, business and pre-construction and other stuff also, but we have exclusive team who work on buying and selling residential. We have a good listing within our team. So within our team, we have certain listings which we normally don't put on MLS. We put on MLS after 7-15 days. So you have a good chance of getting a property off the MLS. The benefit is of the MLS. When you get property, you are not going in multiple offers, you're not going bidding process, you get a property at right price. And the seller is also happy because they are not, see, nobody want to do this multiple offer thing, because the thing is they need to put their house in the market, then they are do staging and all this thing. They also incur some money. So that's what they also want to get more. So, but we have those lot of properties which are off the not like not on MLS, so we can show you those, and if you are okay, then you can buy those. And then we know how to negotiate and do proper due diligence to give you the best possible deal, because we have expertise. We know how to get you the best possible deal. Then we help you to structure the deal also. Like structuring is sometime you need to understand you are 5% down, 10% down, 15% down. You're a first time home buyer, you are a business manager, whatever, like you, there could be different situations. So we help you in all situation and give you a best possible deal. Then we help you to get bank finance, because we have a team with, we have tie up within our team with the bank, like mortgage agents and various banks, and we can help you to get bank finance depending upon your situation. We help in up inspection, and we also help you if you want to upgrade your home. So we have all these contact links we can give you, and those can work for you at very affordable price. And then we deal in pre-construction, resale, assignment, commercial, land development, flipping, and business in lease premises. So we work in all this. And then these are our offices. So we have an office in Brampton, we have one office in Caledon, we have 3 offices in Mississauga on different locations. So these are our offices. So if you want to connect with us, of course, we have various WhatsApp group also. So one group is for the pre-construction, one is for the business for sale, one is for the flipping. If you want to get access to our groups, you can go to contact us. Then you will get access to all our groups here. So you can join our groups from there. And so this is about our team and how we work. And so now let me take your questions. Okay, so give me 1 minute. Okay. Okay, so there's a question by Anirban Chatterjee. Can you briefly address if money sent from India from relative is taxable for me in Canada? So I don't know about tax liabilities and other stuff. Normally, you can get money by gift, and the gift should be from your immediate family members, like your brother, your parents, or somebody like that. Then you can show as a gift, and the gift is normally not taxable. For the other kind of stuff, friends and everything, I'm not sure. You need to take advice of a tax advisor. What kind of money it is, what purpose the money is coming in, is it a loan or something? So that you need to take advice of a lawyer or maybe accountant, those who can tell you is that taxable or not, because I'm not a right person to give you tax advice. But we know many people who get home and they get money from their parents, so that money is not taxable and they can use in down payment. And the condition is the money should be in your account for 90 days. Just keep in mind, before closing your money should be in account for 90 days. It cannot happen just closing, you get money just 5 days before closing, so that will not be considered. So just keep in mind. Okay, the other question is, today's market, is it better off with ready to move or pre-construction in Toronto? So okay, that's a good question. So pre-construction, normally people buy who are fussy about brand new property, who are looking for investment property, because in pre-construction condo you need to wait for 4 or 5 years at least. So can you wait for that time, and can you live on rent? if you're an investor, then pre-construction might make sense for you. But if you are an end user, then I think go start with resale. It doesn't make a big difference. Resale, I know there are a lot of competition, there are a lot of bidding offer going on, but still it is quite cheaper than pre-construction. This is my personal opinion. So I would suggest, if you're a first-time home buyer, go start with resale. If you want to go for pre-construction, then you should have money to make down payment and live on rent. What is the point of living on rent when you can afford the mortgage? If your down payment is ready, go for resale. If you don't have the down payment, you want to arrange down payment, then of course pre-construction could be a better option. Any more questions? I'm ready to take. So just to give you an idea, so we have another website called teamrine.com. So if you want to see that, so this is our all MLS listing. So this is our, another website, teamrine.com. So this website, this is mainly for, all the businesses, all the commercial and residential. So residential, if you need to find something in this, so you can find location wise. Suppose if I want to find Peel, so I will get all the listings of Peel region. And I want to put a bedroom, say 3 bedrooms. Then if I put a whatever, like it is similar to realtor.ca, and you get all the information. If you want to book a showing, then you can click here and just book a showing, and we can arrange the showing for you, because this is on our website. When you book a showing, the lead come to us, and then we help you to do showing. And there are some more tools I want to show you on our website. So we have one tool called Find My Dream Home. So what happens, you can put a Find My Dream Home, like if you want to buy a home in Toronto, and then you can tell us what kind of home you're looking for, detached, semi-detached, what price range, whatever. So when you give us all this detail, so we help you to find the home what you're looking for. That's called Find My Dream Home tool. Then we have another tool, Price Drop Alert. Now if you want to see if price is dropping of any of the property within your nearby area, say for example I want to see price drop in Brampton. So what I would do, I would put Brampton. So it will show me all the properties where the price have dropped recently in Brampton. So all this property, to get access, you need to put there your name and email ID. So but you can see like this property, the price is reduced by $100. This property, the price is reduced by, I think this is rental property then, because rent, if it is in dollars, then this property the price is reduced by little bit. This is again, so all these rentals are coming down. So these are the property, this will show you all properties. Here the price is again dropped. So all the property where the price have been dropped, it will show you this property, the price dropped by 5,000. So it will show you all the property which where the price have dropped. So you need, so the reason why I'm saying this, because the people are desperate, they want to sell, that's why they're reducing the price. So this is a good tool to see the price drop in your region. And if you want to see other tools like Just Listed, if you want to see any home listing just near to your home, so you can just put the detail and we will send you all the Just Listed. There is another very good tool we have, that's called Buyer Daily Email Alert. This is an amazing service we have. Suppose if you want to get listings, let me put Square One. So I want to see all the listing near Square One. So I would put a radius here of 4-kilometer radius near Square One. Then I put all my detail. So whenever a new listing come based on this private, like if I want to see all 2-bedroom, all 2-washroom, whatever. So when I put all this detail, then every day it will send me all the new listings coming on that day. Say for example, 7 listing comments in a day, meeting your criteria, you'll get an email for that. So this is a very good tool where you get the listings meeting your criteria, and you can set it yourself. Then you have, of course, mortgage home loan calculator we already discussed. We have a distress sale watch, that also you can fill. And neighborhood buzzer is when you put an address, suppose you put your address, any address, this one. So it will give you, if you want to put a radius. So if some listing comes in your home nearby area in 2-kilometer radius, it will give you notification this listing has come in your area. So this is another very good tool, actually, neighborhood buzzer we call it as. So there are a lot of good tools on our website which you can go and explore, and you could see. And then we have real estate reports also, so you can go and download our reports. 10 handful home buyer secret, all these questions, so all these things, you can click and tick, renting versus buying. So all these things you could check and you could see. By the time, if you have any more questions, you can ask. Or I think we are already on time. So all this report, if you want to download, so these are very good reports. So for example, renting versus buy, so there's a lot of comparison between, if you rent, what happens, if you buy, what happens. So if you these are the home buying secrets. So this is good information. So so you can download this also. So a lot of information on this. So you can use our website by map search also. So in Rhine.ca also we have this map search option. So when you go to buyer tool and when you go for listing residential search, so residential search, I can go for, I can put a suppose search anything, just I'm just searching. So it will go by map. So all this residential property coming with the map. So I can put an address and I can see search by map also. So we have a lot of tools. You can search by map, you can search by listings, whatever you want. So both website have this feature. All are both are linked to MLS, and you can find your desired property here on our website. Okay, so if no more questions, so I would record this session and send back to you. I think some people are joined late. So if there is any question, you could just type in, or you can let me know. You can raise your hand, I can connect you on live. Or if there are no more questions, then we take a leave. And so again, just to tell you back, so we have two website, teamrhine.com and then rhine.ca. This website is mostly for pre-construction and our tools, but here we have a listing. All listings are there, and there is a very big good blog also. Go to blog, and we have a lot of good information about pre-construction, condominium, 7 myth about buying a pre-construction. So it's mostly pre-construction stuff is there. Then we have thinking of buying a house, then we have all these tools and everything what we have discussed today. So have a look on this website and blog. And there's another website called teamline.com, where we have access to all your inventory, all these listings, commercial, residential, and business. Okay, guys, any more question, you can always contact back. So you can just go to a website and put a contact. So you can put your detail here. Any question, you can come back to us, and you can join any of our WhatsApp group. Both website, if you go, we have this contact us page. You can contact us. This is a WhatsApp group. Okay, and thank you very much for joining today's session. And hopefully we will like to hear from you in future, and we'll help you to buy your dream homes. Thank you, guys. Thank you very much.